Hi everyone! In this video, we will classify different types of real numbers. Classify the number as a whole number, integer, rational number, irrational number, and or real. Our number is the number 23. Before we classify it, let's review the real number system. Here's a diagram of the real number system, starting with the counting numbers that were developed for trade purposes or keeping track of flock. Then it took years to develop the whole numbers, which has the zero. The zero took a long time to develop something that represented nothing. Then continued were the integers that added to our prior two groups of counting and whole numbers by including negative numbers. Then as it developed further, we got into fractions. Any of the prior numbers can also be written as a fraction, such as an integer or whole number, such as the number 2, and placing it over a 1 made it a fraction. It can be written as 1, but it doesn't change the value. The other type of decimal or fraction can be a finite decimal, such as 0.5. It ends or terminates at the tenths place value and can be written as 1/2. If we have an infinite decimal, it must be repeating to be written as a fraction, such as the decimal 0.3 that repeats, and the ellipsis or the 3 dots at the end indicate that it goes on forever. You can also indicate this with a line over the 3, and it can be a single digit or a group of digits that repeat forever. These decimals are the fraction 1/3. Then as things developed further, we had numbers that didn't fit into any of these categories. It was the infinite non-repeating decimals, and these are the irrational numbers. And all of these fall within the real number system. Now we can go ahead and see where our number 23, falls within this diagram. 23 started with the counting numbers down here. I could have 23 in a flock. It also continues into the whole numbers, and you'll see that it continues into every single one of these groups. And you'll see that once it occurs in one of these groups, it then is included in every other group above it. So this one, it started as a counting number, whole number, integer, rational, and real. However, it did not go into the irrationals because they don't fit in the same category. And ours doesn't ask us to classify the counting numbers, so we can exclude this in our writing of the answer. So we can say, yes, it was a whole number, an integer, a rational, and a real. We had 4 different categories to classify this number, and we're all done.